So, good afternoon and good evening to everyone joining us from across different places. It's such a pleasure to have you all with us today for yet another session in our monthly webinar series on that focuses on a topic we can all deeply relate to. Artificial intelligence has undoubtedly been one of the most disruptive innovations of our time, and it has completely transformed the way we live, learn, and connect. Like with any innovation, there is also a darker side that deserves our attention. And today's series, we will cover a few of those things. On that note, hi, it's me, Niraja, moderator of today's session, and we are having a panel discussion on the topic excessive use of AI among youth and its preventive measures. To explore this important issue, we are joined by an inspiring lineup of speakers who will share their thoughtful perspectives and expertise drawn from their professional experience and advocacy work. And it's my pleasure to introduce them. So, starting with our first speaker, we have Peace Otterbo. She's a law student and the founder of the Flow and Grow initiative. She is passionate about youth empowerment and the use of AI-driven animation for advocacy and education. Likewise, we have Micheline Simbi with us. She's a student scholar. She's also very passionate about youth empowerment, leadership, and community advocacy with a strong interest in disability awareness and inclusion. Last but not the least, we have Randolph Kwasi Chamba with us. He's a software developer and technology educator with experience teaching computer science at both the IB diploma and Cambridge international level. He holds a bachelor degree in computer science and information technology. I welcome you all, and we are glad to have you on this panel today. So, without doing any further ado, let's deep dive into the discussions that we all have been waiting for. So I would like to start by asking the very first question to Randolph. So what does excessive use of AI among youth really mean, and how is it different from responsible or productive use?
Thank you, Nigeria, for the introduction. As you rightly said, we have moved towards, or we are in a new paradigm, and this new paradigm is a bit disruptive in the sense that everybody is actually onto it. And this new paradigm is nothing to do with what? AI in the tech space. And you've also realized that it is not just about technology here. It is about everybody trying to make use of technology. In fact, tech is something we can't live without. Even the uneducated, uneducated person uses technology on a daily basis, even to the educated. But then when it comes to the concept of excessive use of these AI tools and agents, currently there is no definite definition as a medical approach, formal definition for excessive use. But then again, we can look at its general negative impact. So for instance, let me give instances or examples of where we can say that because of this negative impact, we can say this is an excessive use of AI. One of them could mean that, yes, just imagine one day you wake up and ChatGPT or the internet is down. You can't use any of your AI agents. That is a flag. So these are real examples. But then in the content of or context of excessive, you are looking at neglecting responsibilities. And what are we talking about? We are always looking at using AI tools to do, independent work that we used to do. So talk about homeworks, talk about shorts, talk about social activities. Instead of maybe going out to meet people in person, you want to be in the comfort of your home and join via Zoom. These are some of the negative impacts we can talk of. We can also think of control. So we can also lose control here by, we can't do without it. It's like without using it, we are in a different world. So excessive use here means that, yes, anytime we lose control of it, we are actually saying that it's an excessive use. Another could also be in the realm of academics, where we have academic dishonesty. I mean, you go and copy paste everything from your prompt to your work, and then you submit your work. And that without even doing due diligence, without citation, without doing all that. And so we are actually doing what we call verbatim copying without even going through assessing whether whatever the AI has generated for us is correct. And then we also look at something we call passive consumption. Under passive consumption, we are looking at automation bias. What's automation bias? So instead of us looking at things critically, thinking through them, we rather resort to AI to give us this response. And so some of these things, once they start to happen, we can say that we are using them excessively. Now let's move down to real life examples. I gave one um, a moment ago, where as soon as AI is down, as soon as ChatGPT, as soon as Gemini, as soon as Claude, any of these tools are down, we began to panic because we can't really live without them. We are also not able to write emails. So in the past, you just go into your inbox, compose mail, and then you can start. But now, without AI, you are lost. You are staring at a blank screen, knowing exactly what to write. We're also looking at checking that compulsive nature of checking AI tools all the time. I mean, without reflective specific purpose. So it's like every day when you wake up, you want to go into having that interactivity with AI, ask random questions and all that. This is also another way of excessive usage. And then mind you, because AI encompasses all of us in that bigger umbrella, nobody is an exception here. I'm not saying this because, of course, one or two of these caveats can apply to me. But then in general terms, when we start to see these things, we can say that yes, we are using them excessively. Now, how do we say that we are using AI in a responsive manner? How do we say we are using AI in a responsive manner? So it becomes a rather an aid than something we depend on at the detriment of our health and all of that. So here I can ask AI to give me summary of maybe a concept. Maybe I'm a writer. I need ideas. I'm even sick. I want to put in my symptoms. And that doesn't end there that I have to follow the diagnosis of the AI, but to see that once I have these symptoms, what does it mean? It doesn't end there. I have to now speak to a professional. So these are responsive uses. And then we could also look at it from a creative side of things, where we can call it a creative partner. I mean, give me ideas on projects. We can look at it. Those who are into coding, how to use it to debug your codes and all of that. And then we can also look at it from a tax perspective, where I can use AI to help me with organize my schedules and tax and such like. So these are some of the concepts that when we meet, we can say that we are either using AI excessively or we are using it in a more responsible, active way. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Randall, for setting the stage with a very good explanation of how and in what ways can use of AI slowly turn into excessive use. And while you were giving us example, I could totally relate because I feel like we all have been there at some point in our life, whether we agree or deny it. So moving forward with our another speaker, I would like to pose a question to Micheline. So, in your opinion, where is AI leading us, and could it truly become a major threat to human existence in near future? Are you there with
Question.
us, Micheline?
It's such a yes. Can you hear
Mm-hmm.
me?
Yes. Yes.
So thank you so much for that question. It's really a great way to help us look at a greater picture of where AI is really taken as, in everyday's life. You can see that everyone, everywhere, whether you choose it or not, we are meeting AI. We are using AI from the what we see, what we believe, what we watch on social media, everything that we see, it includes AI in it. So looking at the greater picture, where is AI really taking us is really a great question. So personally, I think AI is reading us into a future that depends on how we choose it. So we are the ones that use AI. AI itself is not good or bad. It can be good, it can be bad, depending on us. So AI is just powerful. If we use that powerfulness of AI to benefit humanity, to make human benefit from it, then yes, AI will be taking us to a great future. But if we use AI in a bad way, if we feed it with misinformations, we feed it with hate, discrimination, that's what AI will know, and that's what AI will give us. AI just what it does, it amplifies what we give it. So if we are giving doctors diagnosed faster, if we is using it in business, if we are using it in teaching and learning, then of course AI is a tool to promise a good future to humanity. But if then AI is being used badly or in unwisely in a bad way, then it is really obvious that AI can be a very bad tool to humanity. So where AI is taking us, it entirely depends on how we use it. So AI is not bad itself. AI is not good. AI is just powerful. So where it takes us is us that will determine it. It's us that will use it to get to where we want to get. So AI, uh, it is a tool and it is supposed to be used. It is supposed to be used and it cannot be a threat to human existence because humans are the ones that use AI. So if humans together use AI properly and wisely, then no doubt AI has no threat to human
Um, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Micheline. I totally agree with you. It's AI is a tool that we human being invented, and it's upon us whether we want it to be boon for ourselves or curse for ourselves. And since you set a tone that it's a tool, and if we feed the algorithm good things, then it is going to do us more good than the harm. So I want to ask another question to our speaker piece. So how can we balance innovation in AI while prioritizing the mental and social well-being of the younger generation?
So, good afternoon, everybody. It is no news that AI makes learning easier and more creative for students. But then the real question is now how we can balance innovation with mental and social well-being. So, first off, we must use AI as a learning partner, not a shortcut. For me, like students of nowadays, they are taking the shortcut. Imagine working in a group project and everyone is just shipping what they got from AI without changing anything, without creativity. It makes learning, quite frankly, it makes learning harder. So we must learn to use AI as a partner and not a shortcut. And also, we must practice digital well-being. Currently, at the world today, some people cannot do without AI and cannot do without social media. It has gotten to a very bad point where people are literally addicted. They're addicted to it, and their lives legitimately lives off social media. And so we must also protect our human connection. Human connection is suffering. Like for somebody to like put their hope on someone or just share what you are feeling with someone. You see them chatting with ChatGPT like, sorry, I'm having these mental health issues. What do I do? What happened to sharing our burdens with our fellow human beings? It just looks like these machines are literally taking up all our social lifestyle and everything. Then we must protect and support ethical and safe AI systems. Now, the school and government should ensure that our students' data and mental well-being are protected, which means that the institutions that we use should actually like help us ensure that the social media and AI we are using are not detrimental to our well-being and health. So I believe that this generation won't be the ones to depend most on AI if we like are able to curb it. And we must use AI responsibly and safely and ensure that it does not replace our social well-being.
Um, yeah. So, even Randolph earlier emphasized on the fact that how and in what ways we have been very dependent on AI for even doing very small and minuscule tasks that we could have done it ourselves, applying our own creativity and peace. You also reiterated the same thing. So, I want to ask Randolph, what psychological or behavioral changes have we begun to see among youths due to their constant exposure to AI? If you could say something on it, what are the implications that we have already seen in our youths?
Thank you for that question. Yes, so it is early days yet. Yes, it is early days yet because as more of the youth or as more of us are engaging in this, we are going to see a trajectory of decline in our critical thinking abilities, how we can solve problems by ourselves. I mean, we are also going to look at incidences where we are going to have a lot of social impact, social decline. So we looked at connectivity. Of course, we said that social media tends to connect, but in terms of real world, in terms of connecting to people, in terms of having that real existence, coexistence with our peers, with our neighbors, that's going to decline a lot. And so we are going to see a trajectory of mental breakdowns. And of course, one of the things that the AI algorithm is promoting is that excessive, what do you call it? Um, how do I put it? For a better word, exclusivity. I will do this by myself. And so there will be that disconnect between people and people. So there will be more connection between people and machines, which we are already seeing. So our critical thinking, our ability to solve problems as we should do as the fundamentals of we humans, that will decline steadily. And then our social interactivity as well would also decline. I mean, because we would still be in the comfort of our homes and then talking with chatbots. And there's even this movie that I watched in the past. It's called Hair. A software engineer who happened to date, it's quite interesting, a machine. And so he has 24-hour interaction with this machine. He has no social life, he has no social skills. But when you see him by the street, you think he's gone nuts. But these are some of the things that are happening and they are yet to happen because of more and more usage of these machines or these AI agents are not kept in terms of some of these applications. We see some of these declines. Thank you.
Yeah. So, you also shared the fact that some of the things that we have already witnessed, the dangers of AI. But I believe there are still few things that we are yet to see and that can be even more dangerous in near future. So I want to ask Micheline, what are such dangers that we are yet to see in future concerning AI and how we can protect ourselves from it?
Uh, Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that question, Nilja. When you talk about the dangers of AI, most people think of what's already happening, what has already happened, but there is a lot that is happening in the background. And if you don't try to use AI wisely, then they are to come. So the first the first danger of AI that is yet to come, but is really going to come if we don't use AI properly is dependency, or even health, which leads to health a lot, because even our brain is part of our body, and uh, every part of the body, to get stronger or to get more adapted to its function, it's being used. When you use any part of the body, then it gets a lot adaptive to its function, and it does it more properly and more efficiently. So we are slowly training our brains to to just let AI do everything for us. If we are to think, if we are to reason, if we are to take a decision, if we are to just believe something, we must first confirm with ChatGPT if it's believing in that thing. So if our brain is no longer being used to do its role, it is obvious that it's going to get weaker. And yes, if our brains are no longer working properly, what if we wake up and find out that our AIs are down? AIs are, they are just machines. They are machines that we can plug in or unplug. So if we are not using our brains and we are just depending on AI, trust me, one day, the day that they are unplugged and our brain is no longer working, it's going to be a danger to humanity that time. So the other danger that we are yet to see, but we can see, is the loss of real human interaction, trust, and empathy. You can even see it today, nowadays. You are just sitting there with someone, but if they have a problem, instead of just consulting to you, instead of asking you for maybe support, help, or advice, they will open their phone on ChatGPT and start asking, you know, there will be no more empathy, no more interaction or trust among people. And that's a danger, because as human beings, you were born, you were created to interact. We are interactive creatures. We are supposed to interact. But if we are interacting with machines, then it's really a great danger to us as human. And I cannot end without saying another danger, which is misinformation, which might lead to other dangers. I would like to first give an example of a story of Jessica, a woman who, it was a video, it trended online. A woman was training a fish to swim for entertaining people, and in the process, the fish got angry and killed the woman. So according to the video, it was really realistic that everybody believed it, and everybody was empathizing with the woman. Everybody was sad. Online, everyone was really empathizing with the video. And after maybe a week or 2 days, everybody realized that it was an AI generated video. It's just an AI fiction. It has never happened. You can see that if this is a danger to humanity, if false informations are trending like this and everyone is getting to know them, then it's really not a good thing. So how we can prevent them is the same: using AI wisely, using AI to interact with people, to do our businesses, to create our schedules, to just use AI to learn. Use AI, not let AI use you or guide. Be your user. You are a user to AI, not otherwise. So thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. Thank you, Micheline, for bringing that point. That was brilliant insight that you put forward, like our brain, which is which supposedly drives our cognitive functions. If we start relying more on ChatGPT than what's brain is designed to do, we become more weaker and weaker at it, and then maybe we'll just be human walking on the roads with no uh, brain. Let's put it that way, right? So I think as we use ChatGPT or any other AI tools on daily basis, we get reminded by the fact that how with every use we are just loosening our creativity, and how in long run it can have a detrimental effect in our body. So thank you so much for bringing that point. And with all the insights, our speakers have shared, they have particularly focused on one thing from the very beginning, that we have to use it in a very good way and wise way. So one of the way of making it or using it in a wise way is to have some kind of policy implementation from individual, community to national and international level, right? So in order to make a correct use of it, I would like to ask Peace. So, what are the steps or what are the legal things that we can do from individual, community, or government level to, make sure that we use AI for good things?
Okay, so as individual, the first step is to use AI responsibly, and we should use it as a learning tool and support tool. We have sites like Coursera, Udemy, Allison, Google Learn programs, and those are literally free or the payments are subsidized. And you should be using it to learn and gain skills from it, not doing all sorts of things and using it as a replacement for your thinking. And also use it to track your digital footprint. I'll be giving you something that is going to help you for a lifetime to come. You see, go to Google and search your name. If your name appears and there is a link leading to your site or your platform, you are on the right track and you are using your AI as a tool for learning. But if your name does not pop out, sorry, please retract your step and ensure that you are balancing your social media. And also, we must use AI we must verify our information before sharing to avoid spreading AI generated false news. Do you know that spreading false news is a cyber crime? If you live in Nigeria or there are other uh, implementation in your country that actually specifies for you taking false news around. There was a recent happening in Nigeria about a a Uber driver, and a lady said he actually arranged boys to steal from her. And that information was not accurately verified. A lot of people reposted and posted and reposted it on all social media platforms. And later, the man came out to say nothing like that happened, and his car broke down, and area boys just took from the lady, and that was what happened. Do you know the man could have entered depression? Without verifying news, we are spreading it all around, and that could be very dangerous to our human health. And also, we must set screen time limits and protect personal data from privacy. When Google released a statement, no, ChatGPT released a statement that what we searched was being, it was seen by other individuals. The world went into an uproar. And now that is telling us that we must protect our privacy data. A lot of people now put their personal information and everything about them on ChatGPT. Please retrace your step, and that is not good. And also, we must keep learning about how AI works. Be illiterate in AI. Do you know that you can actually generate ad videos, sustainable development videos for people to learn and unlearn on social platforms with your AI? But no, you're only using it for the fun of it. Then we must protect and promote ethical behavior. Don't use AI for cheating, manipulation, on harmful content. Then, as a community, we must organize AI awareness program. You are here and you've listened to everything that has happened, and we as a WMI community society is talking about it. You can also create your own digital literacy workshop and talk about this with your peers. Then, as a community, we must encourage discussion on how AI affects our mental health, education, and employment. A lot of people now, especially photographers, are talking about the Google Gemini and how it is taking over their jobs. It's already there, AI is there. You, as a wise individual, you should be able to use it to promote yourself and be better at it. Don't keep joining them to say it's going to replace your job. Learn how to work with it so you stand out in the crowd. Then we must support innovation hub that teach ethical and creative AI use. Like I just told you now, Demi, Coursera, Allison, Google Learn programs, you'll be able to learn things from there. So go and check them out. Then we can create peer mentoring or student clubs focused on responsible digital habits. This is your time. You can even charge a little pay while teaching people how to generate animation and stuff. That's what I do currently. A lot of people want to learn. Don't be left behind. This is a digital age. Don't just tell them that, oh, I don't feel be very, very open-minded, be broad so that you know the right steps to take. And as a government, like you said, the government should promote strong AI policies and regulations. There are lots of fake news all around. You see people, somebody's wife, they put somebody's wife and somebody together in a room, generated content all around. And this should be regulated by our government. A young lady was actually claiming that she was married and a man used her photo to put her in a room and she was never there. The government should help regulate and set criminal rates for people who do this kind of thing, and that is what the government can do. Then they should enforce data protection and privacy law, especially for children and students. Like I said, your data might be compromised if you are not privacy enough, and if the government does not set laws that protect our privacy. The government should invest in AI education. Although if you go online and if you are vigilant, you see there are some AI learning programs that the government actually put in place to like encourage people to learn and everything. You can use AI to research. It has made researching more easier. Just do not let it replace your critical thinking. And the government must ensure AI system used in school security and for reasons that are best put for the students for fair and non-discriminatory use. And lastly, they must promote collaboration with tech companies to balance innovation with human well-being. I do pray that AI does not replace job. And while in this place, it is best to learn the best time to on how to protect your privacy, how to use it for the betterment of yourself, not letting it replace your critical thinking. Thank you very much.
Mm, yeah, yeah, well put, well said, Peace. I think there are so many things we can do in our own capacities. Like today, we are doing something with a group of young people like us. We are just, steering a conversation around this important topic and trying to make people aware of like what is the good use of AI and bad use of AI. And I think small efforts like this amplifies into a global scale, and I believe it will have something, whether it's we see it immediately or not. I believe it definitely had something to do with long-term planning in future in different levels. But as you were speaking regarding how we interact with AI, I particularly wanted to ask this question, and this is an open question, so any one of you can take this. So if you are a social media user, especially Instagram or Facebook. I know a couple of months back, there was this one trend going on where people would upload their pictures in ChatGPT and then it would turn that picture into a Ghibli art. So I hope you are aware of this trend. So when that trend was happening, I personally was thinking, is it safe for us to upload our personal pictures, give it to AI to trend their algorithm? Is it safe for us as an individual to act in that way? Does it has any dark side that we are yet unaware of? So I just wanted to highlight this fact of like how we can responsibly interact with any tools of AI such that we are protected and our data are safeguarded. So what is your opinion on it? Any one of you can take this question. Um, or maybe I would like to hear what Randolph you have to say on it, and then maybe other speakers can add a few things on it as well.
I'm sure that was me, right? Yeah, Niranja.
Did you hear my question?
I did, but you were breaking just as you. Did you mention my name specifically to handle that?
Yes, I did. I did.
Oh, all right. Yes, I think as Keys already had highlighted, there's going to be a lot of we individuals, governments, and bodies to be able to combat um, the misuse of AI, I mean, in our current dispensation. For instance, you made mention of you able to change your emotion, static picture into emotion and all of that. Yes, there are ethical implications. For instance, if I happen to have an image and then that's not yours, and then you're able to pick that image and manipulate it with an AI agent, the question now is which agencies am I able to directly connect to or like report to and all of that. And I think this is a very new, to put it, new phase era we have where we don't have so much agencies. The government is not really into combating some of these things. And I feel that it is high time the government will look at it in terms of data protection, privacy laws, and all of that. I mean, we really abuse AI. And of course, if you take any of my photos, for instance, and you kind of alter it using an AI tool? What are the repercussions? What punishment am I supposed to face and all of that? I can give you a very practical example where our former president's image, a status, was converted, altered into a movie, and it was funny. Now, who holds who responsible? Is it the government, which agencies, and all of that? So I believe moving forward, um, we can look at mitigating some of these occurrences, whether using AI agents, the TikToks and the likes, by way of government coming in to enforce strict usage. These are policies such that if you violate them, these are strict, stringent punishments that can be posed to the culprits. This is all I can say. I'm sure maybe my panelists can also do justice to some of the options available out there. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Randolph. I would like to hear something from our remaining speakers. Anyone, Micheline or Peace, if you would like to take that question as well.
Okay, so concerning that turning of our personal image into Ghibli style, I remember reading it somewhere on social media when they said that whoever put their private information on ChatGPT, it was being leaked and people had access to those information. I kept seeing where people wrote, people that put their image to turn into Ghibli style image. Do you know that your face now, you are being monitored now, like your face is now in the system, you are no longer safe, you no longer have your privacy, they have your face, so if you do anything they can easily track you and stuff like that. So for me, I keep saying like there are ethical use and there are ways you can still use it for the benefit of betterment of yourself. So for using the Ghibli star image, I do think that those people who created the Ghibli in the first place, they were not happy about it because they had to put their soul, their mind into making Ghibli style images and videos for people to watch. So when it came, I kept seeing videos of people saying that the producers of those Ghibli movies saying that years of hard work down the drain due to AI and everything. They were not happy and all those. And I did not use the Ghibli style image. To me, it did not make sense. Like there was no reason for me to turn myself into a cartoon animation or something like that. So for me, I'll say we should be able to use AI in not in place that will replace people because the way the word is going, it is literally on the verge of replacing people. So please try to stand out so AI does not replace you and try to incorporate it. Just be self-aware and ensure you do not do anything that is going to make you regret in the nearest future regarding your privacy. Thank you.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Peace. Because I remember I also did not participate in this Ghibli trend. And I think when we were talking about individual step, just being aware on our part. So if tomorrow in future any kind of any AI platforms they come with new feature, I think it's good if we take step back and reflect on ourselves in what ways we are feeding data to the system, how that data is going to be utilized, and what kind of consequences it might have in near future. What are the people who are already getting affected with it? Just reflecting upon these questions can help us a lot. I personally feel that, and I'm glad that you also feel in same way. So any more thing if Michelin has to add on the very same question?
Thank you so much. I would love to talk about this too. If you have seen those pictures that are being produced by AI, let me take an example of Google Gemini. Those people are taking their pictures into Google Gemini to generate an AI generated picture of them. If you look at those pictures, all of them, they are in the same, like they're in a certain way, they are all looking in the same way, like they are all looking good, looking beautiful. Like if you put your picture there and for example, you are obese, AI is not going to give you an obese picture. It's going to give you a perfect shape, a perfect body. And if you look at this in the long run, you are uploading a picture there and you are getting a good image of yourself, like what you love to look like. So if people keeps doing this, keeps looking at good pictures of themselves, uh, you can see that this will lead to body dissatisfaction. Like you will look at yourself and you will not like yourself anymore, and this can lead to mental health issues, which is not good to us as humans. So yeah, that's what I would like to add on that. Thank you.
Yeah, totally. Very interesting point. Maybe tomorrow, if this thing continues going on, I personally feel like because AI just presents ourselves in the most effortless look and the most beautiful form of ourselves, I think the beauty standards that are already in very jeopardized situation will get amplified more, and there will be some kind of divisiveness in the society where people don't feel comfortable being themselves, and every time they're putting up mask or filter, which obviously uh, hampers their confidence level as well. So thank you for shedding light on that long-term consequences of using AI and how it can deeply affect us in the most human way possible. With that, I am very happy with the kind of conversations that we have had so far in this 40 to 45 minutes. Now, I would like to open a floor for our participants who have joined us today. If they have any more questions that they want to direct to our speakers, that then they can kindly do so. We have almost 3 to 4 minutes for that. So please, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself or just keep it in a chat box. So I see a lot of thumbs up. Does that mean you guys have a question? No? Uh, if you have any questions, just say that you do have in the chat box and I will hand over the floor to you. Okay. So so far I don't see any question. Okay, so Ahmed has one. If you're able to unmute yourself and just ask that question if you want.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can
Hello.
hear you completely.
Okay.
Yes, yes, you're
Okay. Thank you.
audible.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this insightful conversation, Mr. Randolph, um, Peace, and our third speaker. Thank you so much for your time. What I would just want to ask now is that, if you look at it now, you've seen that AI has already come, especially in the realm of academic. You see students using AI for their work and using AI to support their learning. I, as a person, I use AI a lot, and it's just the way I use it that might be different. So I want to ask, because it is really true that excessive use of AI starts to, reduce the thinking level of an individual, right? I actually, um, in line with that, So my question is, now that we cannot do without AI in academic, is it possible, or is there a way in which it can be make, you know, um, normal in usage? Because you just have to use AI, you know. But now, I have the opinion that if we are submitting the prompts that we use for, for a particular assignment or for a particular work, that one will show how individual is thinking and not like AI is thinking for us, right? I feel I don't know. Should this be, employed in the realm of academic instead of, professors telling you not to use AI and all of that, where we know we're in the world of AI. Is it possible? Do you see it coming that we might be submitting the prompts that we use along with the work that we do, right? This should have been like a kind of addition to what has been discussed. But then I don't know if you might want to say something in regard to that. Thanks so much.
Yeah, and I think we have another question that can directly connect with what Ahmed asked, and it says, what strategies can help students use AI responsibly in academic research? So, if any of the speakers would like to take both of these questions, then we can do so.
I I think I'll go with the first question. Was it Ahmed? Ahmad?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was his
Yes.
question.
Yeah. So when it comes to academia and I think there is a big conflict, so to speak, which is gaining momentum. And because there is no way the world of academic can really fight it totally, there's some kind of a merge somewhat. And so there are policies. So I'm making it specific to IB, Intellectual Baccalaureate, where I teach computer science. So IB has decided to come up with policies, a framework that students must align themselves with in terms of AI usage. So what is accepted and what is not accepted, and such that even if you're coming up with your EE, we call it extended essays, these are theses in the other jurisdiction, you should be able to even cite. And it's a good thing you even brought about the prompt. So what kind of prompt did you even use to get these responses? But then we are looking at citing AI responses by way of our prompts. So without even doing all the other citations and in-text citations, IB is expecting their students to be able to even cite and put those prompts out there on their write-ups in terms of their research, long research. So it's a long game, but I think at the end of the day, every institution or every embodiment within the academia will be able to come up with policies, what is accepted and what is not accepted. And once these policies are outlined, we adhere to them. And so if you don't adhere to them, it means that you would also be penalized. So plagiarism and all that comes in. It's a long ride, though, but then I think as an educator, I believe that some of these policies that are coming up are really going to help at least to mitigate some of the challenges that um, we have seen with our students. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
Elijah.
sorry. Yeah, thank you, Randall, for taking that question. We are quite on time. And since I don't see further questions, I would like to keep our discussion um, till this point. So Summarizing what we just talked whole time, I think one thing is very clear. As I started while introducing the session, that AI is one of the most disruptive innovations of our time, and we cannot really shy away from using it. It's here to see. It's here to stay, and the only way of making good benefit of it is to use it in the most responsible way. And today's effort of holding this discussion was also one step towards how we can use this to our benefits. And we got a lot of insightful opinions from our panelists, and I hope whatever we have learned today we are able to share it to the people who we know and let this conversation keep going in our communities, in our friend circles, and wherever we could. Because the best thing that we can do right now is to keep on having conversation and is to keep awareing people about these things. So that way, I think that even that small thing can um, help us in long run in the most beneficial way. So thank you so much, everyone. I would like to thank our speakers for their time and for their effort. We could not have done this session without you. So we are really, really grateful to everyone who have joined us today. It was, you guys have been wonderful audience. Thank you so much for your questions as well. And I hope in months to come, we are able to bring you, um, we are able to keep on bringing you exciting series like this. If you have any more suggestions for us, if you want any kind of panel discussions to be on certain kind of topics, then please do reach out to us in our global advisory board member email, or you can reach out to Success as well. So yeah, thank you so much. You guys have been lovely audience, and um, it's time that we say goodbye. So yeah, thank you, and bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
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 Bye.